Welcome back, everyone. On deck for review today is going to be the EAA Witness all steel full-size 9mm pistol. This one here has the rail. There are others that don't, but most of everything I say is going to apply to both models. We're going to get into our typical review here, see if we can make this steel jump a little bit, take advantage of the high cap magazine that comes with the gun, get into a tabletop, talk about some of the pros and cons of the gun, what I like, what I don't like about it, and after that we'll do a chronograph test with some popular duty and carry loads that people like. See what kind of real world data you're getting out of this barrel. But right now I'm going to step over here to the 12 meter line and see if I can make that steel ring a little bit, not miss too many. One would hope. Alright guys, so it's definitely accurate enough for most defensive uses as we saw there, and more on that and a few other features of the gun coming up next. There you go. The Witness series of guns, guys, one of the big advantages of them is they have readily available 22 conversion kits. That one there you see locked up. Like most 22s, they are ammo sensitive, and we're using some American Eagle, I believe, here. This one's running about 1 malfunction out of every, say, 20 rounds. So still, for the money, you can't beat the 22 conversions, and it's just another option, another good thing that comes with having this gun. This is how the gun comes in the box. I did purchase the 22 combo with it, so it comes just like this, as everything you see here. We're going to go ahead and take the gun apart like we always do. Go ahead and take the magazine out, 17 round mag, inspect the chamber, make sure it's clear. And what you got to do here to take it apart is see these two little dots. You just pull it back so those dots line up, and this gun's still pretty tight, so I go ahead and line those two dots up, knock the pin out, pull it out, release, take your spring out. It's not a captured spring, one thing to note, maybe a little different for some of you guys, and take your barrel out. As you guys noticed there, that's the Browning type locking lugs that you see there. Very familiar for those of you guys who are 1911 fans, high power fans, or CZ75 fans, which is obviously what this gun is based off of. And to go ahead and put it back together, you just reverse the order. But one thing to notice here while we have it apart is the full length rails. We'll probably get into it a little bit later in the review, but if I skip it and I forget, one of the reasons this gun is known for its accuracy due to those rails. The full length and the constant support that they get throughout the movement of the slide really aids the gun there in the accuracy department. And to go ahead and change it out to 22, literally all you do is just take that slide off, pop this one on, use this magazine, and there's your 22 conversion. For those of you guys that are unfamiliar with the size of this gun, it's a full-size gun. We'll go ahead and compare it to the Glock 17, a gun that a lot of people are very familiar with. Try to line the back of the slide up there. You can see it's similar in size to the Glock 17. If you include the beaver tail, it's a little bit longer, but other than that, it's pretty similar. Similar in width. Obviously, you got a bunch more controls here on the EAA gun. So true to its Browning heritage, this gun is designed to be carried cocked and locked. It can be carried double action, single action, but as it doesn't have a decocker, doing so would require you to drop the hammer on a loaded round and just hold it. So in my opinion, it is a single action gun really in reality in terms of how you're going to use it. It's very similar to 1911. Put the safety down, pull the trigger, and get to work. While we're on the subject of the trigger, double action trigger, should you ever have to use it, is freakishly heavy. It's I measured it, it's at 13 pounds. On the contrary, the single action trigger is very, very nice. You can see there, we'll do it so you guys can actually see. You pull it. The single action trigger has a little bit of uptake, brakes, and a little bit of over travel, and then to reset is about 1/4 of an inch. Very, very nice trigger. For those of you that are familiar with the high power, it's like the high power in terms of over travel and reset, but it is much smoother with less grit, and it's definitely lighter. It measures right at 5 pounds on my trigger pull gauge. So excellent trigger, leads itself to good accuracy. Take a look here at the sights. It's got good sights, 3-dot sights. They're certainly not target sights or anything, but it is a defensive gun with the rail, allowing for use of the light, like the picture you saw in the beginning of the video. Very good gun that can fill a lot of roles. It's heavy. Those people that like a heavy gun soak up that recoil, even though the 9mm is not a lot in terms of recoil. The weight does definitely help. A lot of new shooters like this gun, I take them out there due to the trigger as well as the weight. And typically one of the things I bring up when we talk about double action, single action guns is the bore axis. People think I harp on it, and it doesn't really matter. Well, I think it matters, and this is my channel, so I guess I'll talk about it. But with this gun and most CZ75 variants, due to the way the slide rides underneath the frame instead of on top of it, it gives a very low bore axis for a double action gun. In my opinion, that's excellent. Add the beaver tail to that, and you can really get your hand up there high, making it for a good soft shooting gun. The gun is plus P rated for those of you guys that are looking into that. A lot of the guns based on old designs like this one, even though it's not an old gun, based on an old design though for the CZ75, it's plus P rated, so you can fire the hot stuff in there if you want to. A couple things that people also like about the gun is the frame interchangeability. The old EAA witnesses had one frame, which was called the small frame for 9mm and 40, and the new ones, which this is one of the new ones, they all run one size frame from the 9, well actually the 22, 9, 40, 45. It's all the same size frame. So if you have one gun like this, you can actually just buy the slides separately and interchange them, and they're all going to run on the same frame. The 10mm is different animal right there, but 9, 40, 45, and 22, all you got to do is change the slide out, change the magazine out, and you're ready to roll. So definitely is a lot of options, if you will, in one little package. Another thing I want to talk about is EAA. The gun's not made by EAA, it's made by Tanfoglio. I do not know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but if I'm not, somebody will correct me, I'm sure. But EAA does the warranty work, they do the import work, and I did have a warranty issue with this gun. When it came in, the 22 slide, it got dinged up real bad, like the rail actually chipped off at one point. I called them up. They were real easy to work with. I sent them the slide. All I had to do was pay shipping. It was like $4 or something like that. Sent them the slide. They sent it back to me. I had a new slide back in less than a week. So excellent customer service by EAA. I cannot complain one bit about that. And all in all, it's a solid gun. Feels great in the hand. Easy to shoot. Accepts accessories. It's got a low cost. I mean, the combination back when I bought it was a lot cheaper, but nowadays you can get the 9mm and 22 combo kit for like under $450 at most places. So a lot of gun for the money for sure. But that's about all I got, guys. As always though, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and we'll see you in the next video. Time to get some real world chrono data from the Witness 9mm. We're gonna zoom in there for you. We'll fire 2 shots of each. We'll fire 2 115 grain Ranger hollow point rounds, then 2 Federal HST, followed up by the plus P gold dots. Firing at a distance of about 7 feet. Temperature today is about 70 degrees. Sunny, not very humid at all. Thank God. All right, let's get to it. And that'll do it.